I did a bunch of processes, and I stumbled into the vortex. And it's all true. Everything you said was true about the vortex. So just a little feedback from the field, you know, as your student. But the thing was, I forgot how I got in there, because when I was in there, I felt it. I was there consistently, where when I was waking up, thoughts were popping into my mind like everything's working out for me. A few things I ignored, though, when I was in there. One, I ignored the disclaimer of the power of the stream. Other things I was doing was I was not really cleaning up some vibration, and I was sort of kind of offering some out of the vortex behavior. So when I got sucked out of the vortex, I got taken to my knees, and I would have to clamber back up. So a few examples of that.
It sounds a little like a confession.
Well, so a few of my examples that made me realize I was in there one day was that people at work that I thought never knew me or wanted nothing to do with me were coming over spoon-feeding me information to do my job. Director level people like way above me were explaining the business to me. A woman that I was attracted to, very tough-nosed, was now acting like, giggling like a high school girl around me, telling me how to win her heart. When I got booted out of the vortex this time, it was not in the bushes, it was into the street. So what this has left me with is, which is I'm hoping to help to get some relief here, is tension headache, where it's like the muscles up here spasm, and I can still be taken to my knees if something doesn't go my way, because I tasted that sweetness of being in the vortex of.
That's the disclaimer right there. Once you know this stuff, you can't stand not to deliberately apply it.
Right, so I've read.
And you can't go back. There's no regression, is there? You can't stand to experience less than what you know is possible.
Right, because I remember you saying that you can never become less than you became, but you can pinch yourself off.
It can be helpful. We really liked the analogy of the vortex. We really liked being able to help you all to understand that your life had caused you to create a vibrational version that was waiting in the wings, so to speak, that was available for you. But we wanted to find a way of helping you to understand that you had to do something to allow yourself into the vortex. So you said something that we were hearing and feeling from people all over the world as they were having glimpses of the vortex and occasional excursions into the vortex and happy rendezvous with what is in their vortex, but not maintaining it in a consistent way, and having the experience when they're thrown out of the vortex of feeling like they were sort of getting beat up on a little bit. To prepare my vibrational stance, to get myself ready for the receiving of what's in the vortex. It's a step that's logical to you, that if you put it into that context, it makes it easier, because there is a lot of tension in realizing that everything I want's in the vortex and who I really am is in there too, and now I got to get in there. I got to get in the vortex. Where what we're wanting you to do is, rather than trying so hard to get into the vortex, to just prepare yourself so that what's in the vortex can logically and naturally and gently and steadily, chronically flow to you. And preparing that grid really is all about ease. It's all about relaxing. Esther began discovering it by writing simple emotional words like ease and balance. Just those words, ease and balance, helped her to find a vibrational feeling. Because you can't focus upon the absence of something while you're focused upon the idea or the concept of ease. As you were...
So I do go general. I say things like, everything's unfolding in perfect readiness, and my manifestations will never exceed my readiness, and I'm right on track.
Really good words, really, really good words. However, they are a little more specific, maybe, than, in other words, you're talking about everything that you want coming. Give us more. Even say those words again.
So say again. All right. So everything's unfolding in perfect readiness. All my manifestations will never exceed my readiness.
All right,
everything's unfolding.
But think about, my manifestations will never exceed my readiness. It's really true. And your manifestations can't come unless you are ready. But speaking that might be a little more specific than you need to do right now.
Okay.
So step back, cool your jets a little bit more, and say something even more general. With that idea in mind, say it softer, can you?
Eventually, do or die, I will come back into alignment.
Yeah, that's what we had in mind. Well, that's sort of where you are. It's sort of a do or die thing going on. And we're looking for something softer. In other words, when you said, what did you say right before that? What was your statement right before that? You say it often and it's a good one, but what is it?
My manifestations will never exceed my readiness.
So that's sort of like, so I got to get ready, so I got to get ready, so I got to get ready. So we want to soften that. So something like,
I'm right on track.
But if you don't believe it, that's too specific too.
Okay.
Because if I were right on track, it would be happening now, and it's not happening now, so I might not be on track. And so I wonder why. So softer still. Doesn't have to happen now. Everything in perfect order. I like the next logical step idea. I don't have to rush this. I'm figuring this out. It's going to be all right. I've experienced it before. I'll experience it again. I'm going to figure out what to do. I know what to do is tension if you don't. I'll figure out what to do is softer. Don't have to figure it out as softer still. It'll figure itself out as softer still. I'll know it when I see it as softer still. See what we're getting at? Just looking for every opportunity in the world to give yourself a break.
So, and what's the rush? Because the purpose for it all is for joy anyway.
That's the best one right there. Okay. I don't know what I'm rushing to anyway.
I'm an eternal being. If I don't experience it in this moment, maybe moments down the road I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the perfect alignment. I like watching things come into being. I know that it is working out. I know that I am an extension of source energy. I know that the laws of the universe are consistent. I'm happy that I'm getting the hang of this. I'm really quite good at this. I'm happy for the experience that I had because it lets me know what's possible. In everything that's delicious, sometimes you want to break from it no matter how good it is. I don't need constant outrageous evidence of well-being. I know that it's coming. I feel good about what I've been doing, what I've learned. I'm happy about where I stand. I'm pleased with the laws of the universe. I'm happy with what's going on around me. It's just getting better and better. I really like that. I like to take my time in this. I like to savor things. You know, the sweetness of ease. This is what we're wanting to convey to you, because the vortex has you in this sort of gotta get in thing. Now we want you to understand that not about gotta get in, it's about preparing yourself. It's like clearing the resistance to allow what's there to flow in. Whole different feeling. You're going to relax your way into the allowance of it. Relax your way into it.
Okay, so that's my answer.
Ease and balance, not struggle and trying. Ease and balance. But it helps to know these things. It helps to know that you're here with reason and that you're right on track. It helps to know that you put plenty in the vortex and that there's no rush because it's not going anywhere. It helps to know that the thrill of figuring out this point of attraction, that the thrill of finding this easy, soft, logical place of balance. See, you really don't want, it's a good analogy. You don't want to eat all the food today, and you don't want all that stuff flowing in today. That's tension. And that's the tension that we can feel within you. Got to be ready for what I've been asking for. And can you feel the difference in, I can't not be ready for what I've been asking for because it's my creation and it's not going anywhere. And I'm figuring this out. And this tension is just an exaggerated vibration to let me know that I've just been trying a little too hard. I'm just trying too hard. I'm trying to, and what I'm trying to do is adjust the timing of things. I'm trying to control the timing rather than allow the perfection of the timing.
Yes, that was good. All right, thank you.
One more little analogy, and we've been offering it recently, but it's a good one. A woman talked to us often, wanted to have a baby, not getting pregnant, not getting pregnant, not getting pregnant. Finally, she came. She's 4 months pregnant. And it was really interesting to see the difference. She still doesn't have the baby. She's not rocking the baby. She's not walking the baby. She's not talking to the baby. She's not dressing the baby. She's not doing any of the things yet that she wants to do with the baby. She's pregnant, but she still doesn't have the baby in the way that she wants the baby. But all her angst was gone because the promise of the baby felt more real to her now. And so what we're saying is your vortex is pregnant with all of these things you want, but, and this is the key, there is a gestation period that you want to allow. Mm-hmm. You want the evolution, you want the gestation, you want the becoming, you want the preparation, you want the readiness for the rendezvous, so that the birthing into the manifestation, oh, this is really a good conversation, so that the birthing into the manifestation is satisfying on all levels, you see. And so this is, you think you want those things that are in the vortex, but you don't want them before you're ready for them. And if they show up before you're ready, you miss them, you don't appreciate them, you don't recognize them, you don't rendezvous with them. So we're just wanting to soothe you by helping you to understand that the timing of things is all about this divine understanding. It's about sources awareness. It's about what you've put there and about your readiness for it. But don't try so hard to make yourself ready in terms of action. Just make yourself ready in terms of vibration and emotion and expectation.
So that just hit the nail on the head, because, really over the past 6 months of clambering up the scale.
So when you figure out how to feel better in the vibrational having of it, mm-hmm. In other words, it's like knowing that it's there, so there's no feeling of loss. It's knowing that it's there, so there's no feeling of absence of it. It's knowing that it's there and knowing that in its perfect timing that it will unfold. So in a sort of ease and flow, you get to dance with the universe. Just like you described. This person who was standoffish, playing with you, these people who were not forthcoming with information, giving it to you, you have this memory of this lovely dance, and It will just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. It's law. It has to come.
Outstanding.
You just don't want to dance every single minute like that. Sometimes you want to sit one out. Sometimes you want to rest. Sometimes you want to wait for a really good dance partner.
Okay, so there comes the patience and...
Patience, not so much. Trust, knowledge, faith, understanding that it's coming, so there's no urgency. So here's what we would do. We would acknowledge the discomfort as an indication of resistance, and we would prepave that tomorrow, after a good night's sleep, that you will awaken in the absence of resistance and in the absence of any indication of the resistance. Your vibration shifted as we were visiting. There is no reason in the world for you to awaken in the morning with a headache. It is completely illogical.